why the person was rude or loud or argumentative or insisting on photographing, but it would disrupt me as a customer.
You could have easily said to this gentleman, I had a very lengthy conversation with these guys who are filming. They're not doing anything nefarious. They're just here taking pictures of the library, and they're not interested in your personal information. Did you tell them that? How's it going, guys? Amagansett Press, good to see you again. We are in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am out with Watching the Watchmen today, and we also have a very special guest showing up here in a few minutes, so you're going to enjoy that. If I wind up putting it in the title, you already know who it is. But let me give you a little quick view of the neighborhood here. And as usual, while I'm doing that, time and temperature check. Today is Tuesday, June 29th. It is 3:21 in the afternoon, and it is 66 degrees, overcast, and drizzling every few minutes here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. How you making out, Watchman? And a few other things happening. Wait, somebody's yelling at me here. Who is this? Look who it is, man. It's Mr. James Freeman.
How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you.
How are you, bud?
Good. How are you
Shout
doing?
yourself out there.
Friendly neighborhood citizen.
Friendly neighborhood citizen. Got to check him out. I don't care what donut operator says. We're just going to hang out together a little bit, see what we can do here. And obviously, I'm with Watching the Watchmen here today as well. And thank you all for joining us. And hopefully we can find some exciting happenings here in Albuquerque. Got to try to remember where I am.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's James Freeman. Out here at the Albuquerque Public Library.
All right, guys, so we took a walk down the street to the public library, the Albuquerque Public Library here. And we're just going to pay a little visit on these folks here and see how they're doing today, and find out if our rights are being upheld at the Albuquerque Public Library. Want to go in this way?
Sure.
See what kind of signage we have on the doors. It's funny how they put the no trespassing sign like facing that way at the front door. This is a public building. Good to know. Help wanted sign. Seems to be the case everywhere.
Yep.
It's funny because a lot of even the fast food places are all, lobbies are closed just because they can't find anybody to work.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Well, go out there and apply, guys, if you're looking for a job. Yeah, making double what you made going to work every day.
Right.
So what do we have here? Same things. Cool. I might as well ask while I'm here, actually. How are you? If somebody from out of state wants to check out a book, can somebody from out of state get a library card? Or
Yes.
You can? Okay. And do you have a form for that? That we would...
Yes, you just fill out one of the forms on the desk over there.
All right, cool. I'll grab one on the way out. Great, thank you. I appreciate your help. Can I just ask your first name? So I know who I spoke to? Andrea, Jason. Thank you. Appreciate you. Gotta have a library card. Key. You don't even have to go through the index cards anymore.
Yeah.
Huh? I remember those days.
I haven't been to a library since those days.
Really? I used to, you know what it was because of him, I used to take them all the time. They do, you know, they do like the readings and stuff for the little kids. And when he was real small, it was fun.
Yeah.
We used to have a good time doing it. This is cool. Paper mache. Hello.
Anne, I'm with the library. I just see you all have cameras.
Yes, ma'am.
May I ask
How are you,
what
Anne?
your project is?
Sorry?
May I ask what your project is, what you're doing?
Oh, we just came in to see the library.
Okay. Yeah, generally, so you're not filming like a production or professional
No,
purposes?
no,
You're
no,
just
I'm
doing
not.
some
No, I'm not a production.
Okay, because generally we ask that folks check in with us and get clearance to do that. If you're just going to be photographing like the stacks and our displays and things, that's fine. We ask you probably not to be photographing customers.
Well, it would be hard for me not to when I'm panning around, but I'm not interested in filming any
Okay.
particular customers.
How long are you going to be here, do you?
I don't know. We just walked in the door.
Oh,
Is there a time limit?
No, I'm just trying to get a sense of this because they said we usually have a protocol about this. So.
For commercial photography.
Well, possibly also for non-commercial.
Okay.
Let me just, go ahead and let me just check it out.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Appreciate you.
So
Thanks,
you're
Ann.
just doing this for your own interest?
Yes.
Okay.
How are you?
I know you.
Good. CDs. It's a big space.
Yeah.
Control, and while you're in control, you can hit C.
I didn't even know anybody listens to CDs anymore.
Yeah, don't
I haven't had a CD player in years. So they have some computers here, I guess, that are for public use. Very cool.
And then you're going to hit control and V.
Did they hang up on you?
Is there anything I can help you with?
I just wanted to make
I mean, is there anything you need to see or particular you'd like a better view of? Or?
No, I'm good.
No? Okay. Well, just sit here and can photograph me.
Oh no, I was just waiting because you said you were going to go get some information.
I've tried, yeah. And then your colleague came up. I was kind of training in on this, so.
Well, because we were waiting to get a reply from you.
Right, yeah. So we'll wait together. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. No problem.
Cool.
And I'm sorry, are you the director?
I'm a librarian.
Librarian. Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
And
Pleasure.
what's your name?
Oh, yeah, we should actually keep our voices down.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name's Jason.
Jason. Okay,
Yes.
welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Ann. Appreciate the
Is this
welcome
your first visit here?
to this library. Yes,
Ah,
it is.
okay. Are you doing some other sites today too?
Yeah, we've been walking around all day out in the heat, so we figured we'd come into the AC for a little while.
All right, good.
Yeah, and check out the library. I was just saying that this is my son,
Okay.
and when he was younger, we used to take him to the library every week for readings and that kind of stuff. And
Which
so-
library did you go to?
well, this is in another state. That was in New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've always had a library card and always gotten
Sweet.
good use out of the library.
Great to hear.
Yeah. No,
Hi, this is Mary Sue Hauser. She's one of our
hi, Mary Sue. How are you?
I'm very well.
Good.
I'm Mary Sue. How can I help you today?
Oh, and we're just Ann was came up and just approached us and asked us what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just checking out your library
Okay. And what are you going to do with this?
with the library.
With your film?
What am I going to do with it?
Yeah. What's going to happen?
We've
with
been
it?
walking around filming all day, so I don't know, I'd make a little video out of it at the end when I'm done.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in taking a look at it, they certainly can. I could send you a copy if you like.
That would be very nice.
Happy
I
to.
would
If you
like
want to give me
that.
an email address, I could certainly send you a link.
Happy to do that.
Sure.
We just always want to be careful to protect our customers' privacy. We're always.
Well, as I said to Ann, we're not, if I'm panning around and people are in the video, I can't help that, but I'm not interested in anybody's private information or what anybody's doing.
Right. But.
And they're in a public space.
Yes, they are. And.
It's kind of like, I'll give you an analogy. You go to Disney World
Yes.
and you want to take a picture of your kids at Disney World. Do you have to get permission from the 7,000 people standing behind them?
No, but in Disneyland, they're not necessarily protected by the New Mexico State Privacy Law and by the ALA Code of Ethics.
Well, that doesn't include filming anybody in a public setting.
The ALA Code of
Sorry,
Ethics.
did I laugh?
Yeah.
That doesn't apply to a public setting. There is no expectation of privacy in public.
In the public library, there is.
There's really not.
So
It even says right on your front door, this is a public building.
it is a public building, but
And like I said, I'm not interested in anybody's, but we're making more out of it than there needs to be. I have no interest in what anybody particular is doing or what anybody's information is. Zero interest. I have enough of my own problems.
so in the future, if you're going to come and film in one of our buildings, we would like you to ask our permission before you just start filming.
Our buildings, right? Our building?
Yes.
Yeah, I would be surprised so that would be like asking permission to walk into the library.
No, it's asking permission to come in the library and film. Those are two different things.
Do you have a policy on filming in the library, in writing?
We do. It's part of our building use rules.
I'd be happy to take a look at that.
And it says that if you come in the library, you are giving permission to be filmed for promotional purposes, for programming purposes for the library, but not for other people.
Well, but the only thing is I wouldn't need somebody else's permission to take video in public.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're turning this. No, you know what's happening? I just got to.
That's protected in the New Mexico State Privacy Law is that you are a customer of the library. Like when you come in the library, we don't reveal that you're a customer to anyone unless. So we just.
Well, that's a standard that you as library staff are held to.
And we try to protect that for our
Right.
customers.
Well, you're doing a fine job protecting it. I have no issues with that. Like I said, I have zero interest in filming anybody or speaking with anybody.
Okay.
I'm just interested in looking at your library and taking
and doing
video of the library.
And doing what with it?
We had that discussion.
Yeah, but I didn't get a real clear answer.
I mean,
what
I
you
could
were
do
gonna
absolutely nothing with it. I could publish it on the internet and 1 million people could see it, or anywhere in between. I don't know. You could do whatever I want with it, I guess. Yeah. These are usually, I'll tell you what though, walking through libraries are usually pretty boring videos that nobody wants to see.
Well,
So if you want to make it exciting for me, that's up to you.
Can you tell us more about these privacy acts?
the New Mexico State Privacy Law.
I'd love that. That would be entertaining.
We can print that out for you if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be very
Yeah, and I'd take a copy of your policy too, man, because I definitely am not interested in giving you any heartache here. How we doing?
Hi.
Thank you, Ben.
So,
These are our building use
And
rules.
what is your position here, ma'am?
I'm the Assistant Director for Community Engagement.
Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of my,
We just think it's polite when you're going to come into a facility that you would let us know that you're coming in to film.
well, let me tell you what generally happens, okay? Generally, when I go into a public space or a public building, nobody in that space who's a public citizen sitting here will you generally have any issue with what I'm doing. It's usually an employee of the place that comes up, starts a little spark, which people start overhearing, and then that starts growing into something, and then all of a sudden there's a disturbance that was caused by the employee, not by me. I walked in here quiet as a mouse, not speaking to anybody.
I don't think that we're causing a disturbance. We're just trying to find out what's happening.
Well, I do. We're talking about a bunch of hypothetical situations and people's private information. I have no interest in any of that. I really don't.
Well,
And I'm being very cordial with you, trying to explain myself. I'm not being standoffish with you. I'm not trying to secret the fact that I'm taking video.
and I'm not being standoffish either.
No, not at all.
No. So I don't see how we're causing
Well,
a disturbance.
no, well, you're just trying to explain to me how I'm doing something wrong, and I don't see it that way.
I didn't ask if you were doing something wrong. I just asked if what was happening and what was going to happen with this film, because it's happening in our building and we like
Right.
to be
And I was very forthcoming with you.
aware of that. Well, you were kind of vague, but
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I can make something up if you like.
exactly.
I could. All right, well, I'll just continue to do what I do. Do we have a copy of that? Here's this.
Is this the policy?
Yeah.
That's the building use rule.
So this is the building use rules. Sleeping, bathing. You're not going to take a shower here, are you?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay. Minor stage blades. You don't have any rollerblades on? Okay.
Nope.
Selling, panhandling, excessive body odor.
Yeah,
No, James is good.
I might need to leave.
Leaving young children unattended. Engaging in any all unlawful activity, skateboarding, refusing to follow the reasonable directions of authorized staff. I'm good with all this.
Reasonable direction.
Yeah. Well, if they're reasonable, sure. That's very subjective.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
There should just be a copy.
So yeah, I have no issue with any of these things. As long as you don't make any unreasonable directives. And I'll tell you what, had we not been approached, I probably would have been gone by now.
So you said you would share a copy of this with me when you...
Absolutely, I'd be happy
Great.
to. Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you use the USB on the computer to charge it? Yeah. You can use the USB on the computer to charge your device.
To charge it? Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Just
Thank
let
you.
you
That's
know.
All right, so Mary, let me just make sure I can read it. So it's M. Hauser at CABQ or BG?
BQ?
BQ. Oh, Albuquerque. There you go. .gov. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
I will, as soon as it's all put together, I will email you a copy of it or a link to it or whatever. Probably a link because emailing a copy of a video will take forever. All right. And I'm sorry, your first name again was Mary, right?
Mary Sue.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Did somebody grab that paper?
I'll grab it.
There you go.
I think it's just... I can keep this, right?
Absolutely.
And were you looking up something about privacy laws too? Is there anything I should?
Trying to find a copy of
find
the
that.
actual...
Oh, the privacy laws, right?
No, and I really, you know what? I really appreciate you being cordial, and I understand that you have an obligation to keep the library safe, and I get that, and I appreciate you.
It's not a matter of safety, it's a matter of protecting the privacy of our customers.
Well, safe and private, whatever you feel. No, I'm just telling you, I appreciate what you do. Is it unusual for somebody to come in and take video or pictures in here?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Not something that we typically see.
I guess it's all perception because I've been doing this for 30 years. So the camera's very, it's like a third hand.
I'll see a copy on here, Mary, so that I just download. I'm going to copy and paste this from this.
No, I don't
place.
want to copy and paste that because I don't know if that's actually...
And privacy bill.
So it's just, what is it? It's just, it's a state statute.
The privacy bill that you're looking for concerns people's private information, not their face.
But in the library world, one of the things that we protect is whether or not someone even uses the library. So taking their picture in the library.
Why, is that like risque behavior? What's the big deal
No,
about
it's
you?
just part of the ALA Code of Ethics.
Well, that's a
And the
code of
li-
ethics, that's
and
not a
the-
law.
And the Library Bill of Rights that were established in 1939. So we try to adhere to those.
And does that specifically, and I'm really just trying to have the conversation with you, does that specifically say that people can't come in and take video in the library?
It doesn't say that because in 1939 people were not coming in and taking video in the library. But what it does say is that we do not reveal to anyone, if you are a user of our library, we don't tell anyone that you're a user of our library.
Right, the library staff doesn't tell anyone.
Right, but
Right.
if you come in and start taking pictures of people in the library, it essentially violates that because it's letting a person be seen on film in our...
In a public setting.
in our library. And so
I'd have to, you know what, in order, I don't want to argue with you either, but in order to really make a determination on what you're telling me, I'd have to see the exact verbiage or whatever it is and read through it probably more than
you can
once.
look it up. It's on the American Library Association website. It's the Library Bill of Rights and the Library Code of Ethics.
Okay. All right, I'll definitely look that up. No problem.
Did you find it? There's someplace where it's like,
Now, I'm going to assume that if anybody doesn't say anything to me or ask me not to take their picture or their video, that they have no issue with it.
Main library. This is
As long as they see me being very obvious in what I'm doing, I'm not trying to hide myself. Yeah. And I have nobody said anything to me except for library staff.
yeah. Okay.
So should we wait for something, or should I just do what I'm doing and then get out of your hair?
Yeah, the same thing.
does it mean you'll be gone sooner?
Doesn't mean I'll be gone sooner.
That would be great.
Well, I was.
So why don't
Well,
you finish?
that's-
Why don't you finish whatever you're going to do and then go?
Does the ALA say anything about being courteous to people that come into the library?
I think we're being very courteous.
Well, not saying the faster I leave, it would be better off for you. That's a little rude.
That's not what I said.
I could have easily said to you, the sooner you stop speaking to me, the faster I'll be out of here, and that would have been another way to handle it. See, this whole thing creates a disturbance, so I'm going to just cut myself off from it. I appreciate you. I understand everything you said, and I'll look into your ALA situation. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate you. And as you guys know who've been following us for a while, I have no interest in anybody's personal information. Absolutely zero. I actually find it boring. Have enough of my own personal information to deal with. But definitely have an interest in being able to come into a public building and look around and take some video or pictures. I'm certainly interested in that.
Oh, they are? Yeah. I need to get the keys to that.
And I'd like to report a verbal grievance. I don't know why the person was rude or loud or argumentative or insisting on photographing, but it would disrupt me as a customer, and I did not like it. And if patrons don't speak their mind, you're not going to have any clue. But I will not have my picture taken for religious reasons, extremely disruptive. But this lady, incredible customer service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry
See you next time.
I'm sorry that happened.
Can I ask what religion that is?
Please do not. That is
I'm
violent.
Jewish.
You're Jewish, okay. Hasidic?
You're harassing our customers.
I'm harassing your customers?
You're
The man just came up and made I don't know who he was talking about, but I never had an interaction with him
He was talking to me and not to you.
about somebody taking his picture. It wasn't me.
So we would appreciate you not talking.
See, this is what I mean by it. I'm just trying to let you know for the next time. When you start a fire, it spreads.
We would appreciate you not talking to our customers.
I'm talking to you.
Yes. but
I can,
you
if I
were
listen, if I try to be any more cordial, I'm going to feel lesser about myself. I'm really trying to extend an olive branch here and have a civil communication with you. If you're getting upset, I apologize about
I'm
that.
not upset. That's
And if your customers are getting upset, they need to, if you don't want to be seen out in private, stay home.
They weren't upset, so she told them
Exactly.
that they should be upset.
Right, that's what happens. And that's a little fire starter thing that why would you want to do that? Why would you want to exacerbate and promote fear in your library? You could have easily said to this gentleman, I had a very lengthy conversation with these guys who are filming. They're not doing anything nefarious. They're just here taking pictures of the library and they're not interested in your personal information. Did you tell them that? No, because you want him to walk out of here scared and afraid. And you want him to be upset because it bolsters your whole position.
My customers, this is not any of your business.
You're not really concerned with your customers. You have an agenda. If you were truly concerned with your customers, you wouldn't have started this whole thing. Because you started it. Think about that. Just think about it. I've raised my son for 17 years. I always tell him, don't make your decisions based on what you want in this world. Base them on which consequences you're willing to face. And what you really want to happen. Just a smart way of being, just a suggestion from an old man. But I really do appreciate you. I can't be any more sincere or polite with you. And I don't know what to tell you. Don't light the fire and people won't get upset. I just walked around the building and 15 people looked at me and didn't have a word to say. The only person that got upset was the one you spoke to. Just suggesting. This is a public building, Mary, and you have to get that. The public's allowed to come in here. And the public's allowed to come in here and take video and photographs, regardless of what your subjective opinion is. That's not the way it is. Well, for somebody with a lot to say, you ran out of words, I guess. So we'll leave it at that. And I really do appreciate you, Mary. I understand where you're coming from, but just, I think if you educated yourself a little better and understood what the laws were and had these things available, if you're going to confront somebody, have the information readily available. Don't have to sit there for 10 minutes looking for it. Just kind of makes you look silly. Just my opinion. Alrighty. Can't get blood out of a stone, right? And I appreciate you being cordial and respectful. That's all we're, I give that right back when that's what I'm giving.
Okay, well, I appreciate your openness to letting us go through our process.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And it's interesting to see everybody's camera set up. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so always intrigued to see how people are making it happen.
Yeah,
So,
and if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you.
I'm good for now. It's the end of the day. We've got stuff to do.
I
So
hear. What time does the library close?
they close at 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 4:14. So
It
cool.
is, yeah.
All right, cool. And it was not, I hope you understand, it was not our intention. I guess
I do.
Mary's probably above your position. I don't know if you're her boss, she's your boss.
She's one of our assistant directors. I'm a librarian.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think you're probably in a position to acquire the information that you're looking for here. Maybe share that with Mary once you've made that determination.
Okay, indeed.
Because it's very important. I'm not out here to upset anybody.
No,
But what happened here today
I'm following
is
you. I'm listening.
I was approached, and I've actually been very seriously inconvenienced in what I'm doing. I kind of wanted a silent video here in the library. I was going to walk in, take a look around, take a look at some of the things I guess the kids made here or whoever did it. And I think that
Little
stuff's,
summer fun.
yeah, I think that stuff's interesting. And then I was
Yeah,
going to
cool.
leave. But, this whole situation didn't have to happen.
Okay. Well,
And we don't have to get customers upset. There's no reason anybody should be upset here. Nobody's got an issue.
got it. Okay.
I don't want you to be upset. I want you to be able to come to work and be calm and have a wonderful day for yourself.
And I am.
Good.
Absolutely.
And I believe that. I appreciate you.
Well,
and thank you.
okay. Good evening. Good
You too.
afternoon.
You do the same. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I just want to read this Privacy Act over. You guys can hit pause if anybody wants to see it. So, what this says is release of patron records are prohibited.
Yeah, we don't have access to any of it.
Patron records shall not be disclosed or released to any person not a member of the library staff. Let me just see if that's what... Am I reading the right paragraph, Mary? Is this what we were referring to?
Yes, but it's also just any information that specifically identifies a patron. So
Should not be released by the staff.
should not be released by the staff, and we try to protect their privacy while they're in the building.
I got you. Well, I don't know how you protect somebody else's privacy. If you figure that one out, let me know. That sounds like a whole industry you could start for yourself. Out in public, it's really, the honest to God's truth, the Supreme Court's already ruled on it. There is no privacy in public. And I personally, myself, I leave all my private stuff at home. I don't drag my private matters into public. This is in regards to people's files and information and home addresses and books they've taken out and all that kind of stuff. I don't have access to that, nor am I interested in it. So that's all it is. Is there another page coming, or that was it?
No, that's all we have to share with you.
Okay. But so do you realize that you were mistaken about that? Let's be honest.
I have an interpretation of that, and you have an interpretation of that, and they are different, and that's fine.
That's fair enough. Yeah, we're all allowed to. I respect your interpretation. I do. But I go by legal interpretation. Mostly the Supreme Court of the United States. And this is a First Amendment right protected under the Constitution of the United States, and you cannot convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime. So this pertains to you. So maybe, you know, I'll leave this with you. Maybe you want to read that up again, because that pertains to you. It's kind of like medical professionals working in the medical field are bound by HIPAA laws. The general public's not. So this is something you need to go over and double check and read a few times and make sure you got it. It's just not a good idea to approach. I'm a nice guy. Some people are not. So you approach the wrong guy with bad information. I don't know how that's going to go. I wouldn't want to get into a confrontation with people these days. I try to mind my own business, which is all I was doing. But all right.
I'm not a nice guy.
Yeah, well, depends who you're dealing with, right? I want to get one of these. You want one too?
Sure. Might as well pick up the application.
There's only, oh, there's two here. Cool. So there's an application for a library card, so I'm going to fill that out, drop that off. How are we doing, gentlemen? Good. I just want to tell you that I appreciate you guys hanging back and just observing what's going on and just making sure there's no issues. I really do appreciate you properly exercising your function here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's all. Just want to say thank you. Appreciate you. A lot of guys just get loud and hot-headed and start yelling things that aren't true and creating a scene, and you guys did none of that. So, appreciate you. Thank you. My name's Jason, by the way. Matt?
Eric, yes, sir.
Eric, nice to meet you guys.
You guys have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Have a good day, all.
You too.
And I really sincerely hope that each and every one of us, myself included, this was a fruitful visit, and hopefully you find something positive out of it that'll help you somewhere in the future. Not looking to create negative experiences for anybody. Sincerely. So I'm out learning things every day at 50 years old, so I hope that you guys have your ears and your eyes open too. Have a good day. And these security guards, top notch, 100%. What company do you guys work for?
DMV Security for City of Albuquerque.
DMV Security for the city? DMD.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Aces. And hope your bosses wind up seeing this video and see how professional and cordial you guys are.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate that.
You guys have a great day.
Have a good day. Thank you. James realized it was 4:20 and he had to run out of the building.
Want to go to City Hall?
Yeah, might as well. I guess I'll wrap this one up. And, you know, you guys heard it all. I'm not going to run through it all like I usually do because I have two cameras on me here. But no, you know,
mine's off.
Interesting. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. I just think, I think human behavior is fascinating. I love human behavior. I love documenting it. I love having the conversations. You guys know how we roll. And it was fun being out with this guy. We're going to try to do a couple of more things together, but go ahead.
It's interesting how they try to escalate things, and you're the one who de-escalates it and keeps it calm. Otherwise, yeah, they're looking for a disorderly.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they'll try to create it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually start sickening myself with how nice I am.
Right.
Legitimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how
You either do that or you're disorderly.
Right, exactly. But that's it. That's going to wrap it up for the library. Self-explanatory, I guess. You guys saw how that went, and we're going to find the next spot for you. So as I always like to mention, if you enjoy these videos, you like what we do, and you want to support what we do, best way you could do that, hands down, is to like, share, comment, subscribe. All that stuff gets our videos out to more and more people so that more people can watch them, enjoy them, and hopefully learn a little something. Like I said to Mary in there, I'm out here getting an education every day. You're never too old to learn, and the older I get, the more I realize I don't know anything. So don't be the fourth monkey. You know what the fourth monkey is? Fourth monkey's got his hand over his mouth, ears, and his eyes. He's an idiot. So don't be the fourth monkey, man. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, open up your mouth if you have something to say, and get out there and live your lives, man. The stress is too much for anybody, and there's no need for it. So that's going to wrap it up. We're going to take a walk down the street with these gentlemen and see what else we could find for you here in Albuquerque. So don't forget to check out Watching the Watchman as well, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. So stay tuned. Amagansett Press, out.